Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another DMing Hadley's game. I'm excited. I've been running a lot of like 2 and 3 people sessions recently, and it has been delicious. Like seriously, we really get to lean into character stuff. A lot of heavy RP recently, and I have been loving it, truly loving it. So we're gonna do more of it tonight. Yeah. So I'm not gonna really dawdle. But as soon as Ativa gets back, we're gonna do the round robin. We are going to get right to it. So hopefully she can get her ass back in the chair. Welcome back. Y'all, we're gonna start with the classic. It's everybody's favorite. It's certainly mine, and that's the round robin. During the round robin, we like to do 4 distinct things. The first thing we do is introduce ourselves. The second thing we do is share with one another and the world our pronouns. The third thing we do is introduce our characters, and the fourth and final thing is offer a vivid aesthetic description of our characters so that they may live in each and every one of our brain holes, because I like to vividly hallucinate with my friends on the internet for 2 to 3 hours at a time, 6 days a week, often multiple times per day, and today is no different. So, without further ado, Ativa, take it away and show the folks at home how it's done.
Hello, I am Ativa Panic. That's pronouns. Today I am playing Phileas, right? Yeah. I'm playing Phileas, who is a pixie warlock. They are lavender colored. They often like to fly around naked, but for the sense of sensory, they sometimes just wear like a leaf or flower to cover up their spicy bits.
Every bit of Philly is a spicy bit.
They have troll doll like hair that goes up in a big plume that is a foresty moss green. They also carry around a crystallized willow seed, basically, often tucked away in one of their leaves or in their bag. And this crystallized seed is very, very important to them because it contains the life force of their daddy, basically, their patron, the Archfey Willow. And so they guard it with their life. Sometimes they talk to it at night. And yeah, that's Phileas.
It's pretty good. Thanks, Ativa.
Thanks.
Ben?
I go second. I never go second. No.
Yeah, it's a weird times we're in.
Dang. Hello, hi everybody. Greetings. My name is Ben. They them. And within the pronouns, I play a certain someone, which I
play someone.
I play someone, like the dude.
The guy, that guy.
Yeah, just have to find his introduction.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Well, my name, I guess you can call me Tithe. I do not really have a name these days, and at least none that I could quite remember. Who am I? Well, I'm a nature inclined, memory blind guy, a physical man that is quite socially terrified. I'm sorry about that. I do search when I get anxious, which is still better than me becoming angered. It stirs when the rage creeps in. Let's just hope it never wakes. And for my description, every step forward filled Tithe anew with the panicked excitement. Exhilarating prospect of being met with awe-inspiring realities of a major fake court, fortuitously, or even better so, a silly one, had Tithe in the tight grip of eerie anticipation. They wondered and waited. Would it be such a momentous occasion without the knowledge passed on to him by a surrogate parent? The basics of Fey etiquette, intricate and complex cultural, yet more importantly, ancient magic underlying systemic conventions, tightly interwoven with the local weave of reality, created and perpetuated since in time past, unimaginably old, ever so persistently potent to this day. To become lost, to lose yourself so utterly and completely, was nowhere as easy as here. To become a tragic, dark tale told to the children of the other worlds. To become so very free, unshackled, and untethered that there was nothing there anymore to hold on to. Do you understand? Have you listened? As fixed with gleaming eyes out of the darkness, the druid looked at Tithe. Tithe answered, "Yes, I think I have understood. Thank you for this knowledge. I'm forever in your debt." The druid chuckled, shaking his head, turning away to go outside. With a quizzical look on his face, Tithe turned to them as they turned in the doorway and said, "You understand nothing, boy. For the wrong Fae, you would have just given yourself over completely."
Thanks, Ben. Oh, Ben.
Hi.
Hi.
This is why Ben doesn't go second, because he makes a whole prologue and then I'm just like
I'm a mushroom lady.
yeah, that's what you get. Yeah, I'm Finn, they them, and I play Mushroom Lady for the belt. No, she's actually a furbolg. She just wears a mushroom hat. But sometimes people think she's a giant kawaii Mike in it.
You mean the woman of their dreams?
Yeah. You don't know how many times Mike needs to flirt with her.
Like,
Then just to try to tell them that she's not into.
Hey, girl, what's up?
I'm gay. Walks away.
Yeah.
Okay, I share art.
Do it.
Art.
Or I love her so much.
This is very cute. I'm very happy with her. Yeah. I also I have to. It's on my phone, not my computer, so I have to send it to Discord and then share it.
That is a way to do it.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just talk while I do that because it's gonna take a minute.
I believe in you.
Okay, so yeah, she looks like that. She was like lavender skin, darker purple hair and eyes, and mushroom hat. It's very squishy, can double as a pillow. Very practical.
I love that.
She's very cottagecore, and also some light academia in there too, and Lolita.
Vibes.
The good vibes.
Good vibes.
Very mom. Very just wants to protect. Talk amongst yourselves.
Hello,
Oh,
everyone, and good evening. No, it's all right. I'll just do my thing, and then we'll come back to you.
Actually, I just got it.
God damn it. All right, go ahead.
It's okay. We'll get to you.
All right, fine. I can wait. It's
okay. There we go. It's not art. I made this in a
There we
creator
go.
journal, so not my art. But this is like the outfit. It's a brown like Lolita dress, the apron with little like berries and stuff on it, a little bow, and she got like a cute, she got like knee high socks and flats, and then it's like it's just a book that's like. It's like it looks blank, but then like it makes like appear what she wants to appear, you know?
Love it. It's real good.
Yeah, she's like 9 feet tall. She's very big. She's that.
She's a lot of lady.
Maybe that's too far because I don't always try to follow what the character says, but it says that furbolgs are usually like 7 to 8.
Yeah. That's a healthy height. You start getting into different size categories once you get over 8 feet.
7 as Goliath?
Yeah, give or take.
Okay. I mean, Goliaths are large, aren't they?
Not technically.
No? Okay.
So let's just maybe like 8.5. That's
with the hat. Tall. You know, it's
the hat makes it 9. Yeah, that still makes her tall for her race, but not like insanely tall. That would be weird.
I mean, if you ask yourself still, Finn, why I have to go before you because I just can't compete. It's just therapy for me to write these paragraphs, but honestly, that's so much better.
It's a good character.
I would, but I like my brain doesn't do that. My brain does not put all the thoughts together on paper. My brain has all my little thoughts are bumping around like the little DVD symbol bouncing around the TV screen.
Yes, and we're all just waiting for that chance, that one opportunity when it goes right into the corner.
Yeah, when it hits the corner, I say something really smart.
It's amazing. It's an amazing experience for everyone. Good job, Finn. Thank you.
Thank you.
That just leaves me. DMing Hadley. He, him pronouns here for about 60% or so of your DMing needs. Let's get to it. Can I have everyone roll for initiative?
I'm not prepared for this. I'm not prepared at all.
You're ready. I believe in you.
Oh my god.
Anyone got higher than a 19?
19 for affiliates.
Oh no. D&D Beyond, why do you have to update now?
So I got an 8.
Nice. You can do it. I believe in you.
That's a net 1. So 2.
2. A 2 for Ty. Magnificent. Hey, Tiva. Remember how you asked really nicely to go last?
No.
Well, I told you it wasn't up to me.
So we go in reverse initiative.
Nope.
Duh.
No.
I think we should 100% go in reverse initiative.
Nope. Phileas.
I'm just stalling a little bit more right now by arguing with you
about
because
your sweet,
I had a dream.
Sweet dream last night. Tell me about your sweet dreams, Phileas. How sweet was it?
Okay. I had a dream that every fae.
Yeah.
I had a dream.
I had a dream last night.
I dreamed a dream. Okay, so
did your dog eat it? Is that what happened? Your dog ate your homework?
No, it's just,
Please,
Phileas,
Link.
Phileas has like this meditative herb that they imbibe before going to sleep, and it just makes their dreams really foggy. It's all.
Just because,
Okay,
hey,
so-
here's the real fun part. Just because Phileas doesn't remember doesn't mean that you don't still have to share it with us. And if you make it canon that Phileas doesn't remember,
Okay, no. Okay, this actually works out because even though I was super unprepared, my backdrop is perfect. So, okay, so the scene opens on a misty, nice. I would say it's probably either dusk or dawn. You can't really tell. The sun's on the horizon. It's nice and it's foggy, and there's little fireflies around, and they're just like blinking rainbow colors, not like just
Nice.
regular yellow colors. They're like beautiful rainbow colors floating around in the sky. And you see the panorama of this beautiful pond. An island stands in the pond on which there is this giant, magnificent willow tree with its branches outstretched and dangling down in that beautiful willow trees. By the way, are IRL my favorite trees. Anyway. And you see Phileas on the edge of the island, bum naked, with their wings flitting, and their toes dipping in the water and like making splashes. And all around him are like the cutest animals you can imagine, like bunnies and extra floofy squirrels, and cute little toads that have unproportionately large eyes to make them seem even cuter. And they do that really adorable thing where their tongue like pops out and they lick their eyeball. It's so cute. And they're all gathering around.
But when
Phileas.
I lick somebody's eyeball, it's totally unacceptable.
No, you have to lick your own eyeball, and then it's cute. Licking somebody else's eyeball is weird. What the heck? No kink shaming or anything, but anyway. And Phileas is there dipping their toes in the water, splashing and giggling and petting the animals. And let me double check something real quick before I continue. Yes, and they've got a pan flute that they will occasionally pick up and start playing a cute little Zelda-esque tune on. And suddenly you hear just like melodic whispers. Think of like a really soft playing violin while wind is blowing through like organ pipes, even though the organ's not playing. And it's like music, but there's words in the music. And the words seem to like dance around Phileas's body and go in and out through his ears. And they're just words of praise and gratitude and pride. And Willow is telling them how magnificent of a job they've done in restoring balance to the natural world. And the wind like starts blowing, and one of the willow branches brushes up against Phileas and tickles his arm, and he wakes up in the morning giggling.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Take inspiration.
Oh, thanks.
Portabella.
Dang, you did that on the spot, and you came out like that. Damn, I came prepared, and I still don't have that. I don't have like a whole narrative going on. I don't.
Hey man, work with what you got.
I don't know. I'm nervous. Can Ben go first?
No.
No, he wouldn't let me go last.
Yeah, no. I'm not in charge of these things. The dice are in charge of these things.
Fuck you, dice.
Yeah.
Making me.
Yep.
At this point, we have to collectively bring this to a litigator. It's not acceptable anymore.
No, it's dice do the thing, man.
I don't know what that means. If we bring it to a what?
A rules lawyer, but you can't. There's no rules lawyers in my games. It's very simple. What I say goes.
Okay, God.
Yeah.
Okay. And I feel really nervous. I did think. Was there any way I could like type it out? I don't.
Do you need to type that out?
I don't like need to. It's just that I don't know. I feel like it'd be easier. I don't.
You tell me.
Okay, I guess I'll just try. So I'm not gonna be able to like make a whole like narrative because I'm too nervous to like.
Just give us what you got, man. Whatever you're feeling.
It's like she's in her cottage and it's like ideal like cutesiness, like just like there's you look at the window and there's like flowers and animals and stuff, and and she's cooking and there's like a couple like children of different races playing in like the living room, and then another furbolg comes in and greets her and gives her a little kiss, and and she I need to do the same thing on Discord to send the it looks like this.
Nice.
And then they all like sit around for dinner, and there's like a little cat too, and it's cute family. Yes. I don't know. I'm like getting really like I can't see myself, but I feel like I'm turning red. I'm like very like ooh lesbians.
Nice. Well, I mean, that tracks.
Yeah, Portobello is kind of a self-insert, not gonna lie.
A large lady lover. Yeah. Large lady love. That's what we've got going on here.
We love the triple L.
Dope. That seems like a good dream, right?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Take inspiration.
Thank you.
You bet. Thank you. Ben, I appreciate the $100. I'm glad I could buy you some time to come up with what you needed.
I didn't thought you would took it, but I'm so glad for it.
That was very generous of you. It's good to know what I'm worth.
Don't worry, I will clear it. There's no taxes attached or anything. It's fine.
Appreciate it. That's good. Take it away. Tell us about Tith's dream. Sweet dream. This
It
is
is
a
a sweet
sweet dream.
Even if it doesn't seem at first, but it's a sweet one
All
for
right, I
him.
just got to drive that
Yeah.
home.
I think we start in absolute darkness. Void so deep that the soul shatters against the promise of perpetual nothingness. With the sound that permeated and pierces this, it eviscerates at first every sensory input until it tones in so much and has become rhythm, more of a beat, that it is audibly identifiable as drops of blood dropping in a steady rhythm. And just after some time that cannot really be affixed, there is a sharp inhaling and exhaling, breaking the rhythm, being not quite in the same in the same periodic repetition, but irregular. Someone, something in pain, maybe, seemingly, fleeing and breathing sharply, as though to all this exhausting exercise, or just pure emotional overtake. And then just slowly, out of the nothingness, a beautiful, a stellar, ethereal face casts itself out of this darkness, slowly becoming colored, and features not quite human, not quite celestial, not quite fey, unidentifiable, really, showing something anthropomorphic. And on this face, clearly there's the source of this breathing, a expression so heightened in emotion that it clearly takes to everyone who would be witness to it, yet leaving themselves excited, not really knowing why. And for Tithe, it becomes unbearable as it heart breaks for a reason does not understand, seeing this face. And the more it becomes clearer, the more it becomes dawningly familiar for him, without ever being in his grasp to know who this face belongs to what. And with the certainty that this is unmistakably, unconditionally, and ever so true, the face begins to slightly and forcibly smile, with great effort to undertake to come to a full one, and says, "I love you." And that's what it means.
Magnificent. Please take inspiration.
Thank you very much.
This is real nice, guys. That's real nice. You guys had all sweet dreams. Very excited about that. Give me one more second because I think there was an additional boon that came from Shiny. So bear with me just a second.
Man, I love the integration of the mobile version of D&D Beyond, but I cannot find information yet.
It's harder to get. I think it is. I'd have to pull it up.
I will
be
find
shooting in the
it
dark.
eventually.
Let's see here.
And really thank you to you to know that I'm proud to have worked my way to this kind of vocabulary.
Yeah, I literally, like, during our sessions have the thesaurus open because I'm like, fuck, I don't actually know any big words, which is not true. I do know some big words, but I am simultaneously trying to have a male voice with an Irish accent and keep that vocabulary all at once for trying to play this character.
Damn, that's hard.
And it's really hard.
Each of you will also. So first, take a long rest if you haven't already. Yes.
Also, with the 8 temporal
temporary, yeah,
points.
Correct. Once you've done your long rest, you'll add 8 temporary hit points from Shiny's Sweet Dreams Circadian Control, which is pretty dope. Pretty dope. And that will last until your next long rest or they are used. Whichever comes first.
Wait, what else did we get?
8 temporary hit points.
Oh, I already did that.
Oh, look at that.
I'm so prepared.
Yeah, look at that. Ahead of the game, even. Think you got all that?
Yeah, Jimbo told us that last time, so I already did.
Good, great. I like that. Beautiful. As each of you begin to stir and look around, you see the thin wisps of smoke from your campfire last night. You see a gnomish wagon roll by. And as you look around, you see no sign of your somewhat animalistic friend, Shiny, who showed up last night late and disappeared before dawn.
Oh, man. Did you scare her off again?
And Ty's just staring wide into the extinguished flames of their campfire, and just with their hands before their chest, just restlessly wrenching and
ringing,
just absolutely focused on this fading image of a face he needs to know but cannot associate.
Hey, I was just kidding, buddy. It's okay if you accidentally scared her off.
Can I get an insight check from the both of you, please?
Insight? Oh, no, that's not where I want to go.
16.
Insight. It's 5.
Yeah, Ty, you start to really struggle and wrestle with this, that you are responsible for pushing someone new away. You're like really having a hard time with this. And Phileas, as you look at Tithe, you realize probably two things. If Tithe would have actually scared them away, you wouldn't have slept through it. And the other thing that you note is that those words weigh far heavier with Tithe than you had intended them to. And they land, as one might say, like a lead balloon.
Oh, I'm fly over to Ty and I say, "Hey, buddy, I really was just kidding. Honestly, I didn't really trust them from the start. That's why I didn't show them Willow."
And Tyler just still sitting there, wrenching his hands and just under their breath. It doesn't matter. One way or another, you are right. You would want yesterday's action or something I cannot even remember. Like I cannot remember anything. It is probably my fault.
Portobello?
Yeah, she'll just go over and hug him and probably cry because she feels so bad for him.
I'm just petting his head.
I like this. I like this. Yeah, I like this little lovin' we've got. Tall and small, and loving the beast.
Health needs a large supply of hugs.
You gotta make up for lost time.
Yes, it is.
Got you covered.
It has been prescribed to him.
I like this. I like this a lot. As we, yes.
Oh, I was gonna say, and then I at that point would just pop up and be like, you know what? I'm the only small thing that could be around here anyway. There's not enough room for two small things, and we gotta get to that fairy court, guys. We gotta go and save Willow. We got a job to do.
I like this. I think as you sort of champion moving ahead, we see the three of you breaking camp. And you didn't put up much, so there's not a lot to be done here except to make sure that the fire is put out and make sure you don't leave any detritus behind. Leave no trace and all. But as you break camp and we see the last wisps of steam now from this extinguished fire, you begin to move down this what was at first a deer path, a deer trail, and as you continue to follow it, you realize that a couple of little almost tributary-like paths have sort of made this into a wider and wider road. It's wide enough as you walk out into it that carriages could pass one another on this road. And as you look down, you can see that no shortage of carriages have gone through here recently. There are still fresh tracks in the gravel and the rock and in just the dirt itself. And you guys, as you continue towards this sort of domed, protected court, you start to see people camping just off the road. And as you sort of look off and see this, you see there's a couple of different gnomish parties, it seems like, that are traveling together. You see
I'm sorry that as Hadley said, gnomish parties just imagined alongside the way. Just really parties.
Yeah, just raving. And you see a cluster of dryads that seem to be somewhat huddled together. It's rare to see one dryad, much less there's like 7 of them here who seem to be sort of moving in almost a swarm-like trajectory as they dance through the trees off the road here towards in the similar direction as you. And you continue a bit further, and you start to see more creatures, more fey folk. You start to see heron folk. Rabbit dressed very nicely, finery, and they have little like corgis as their like beasts of burden that are pulling sleds of that look to be laden with personal effects, and they you go even farther down the road, and you start to see dwarves, and there's a pretty significant sort of coterie of dwarves here. Some of them look to be dressed in very fine and very durable armor, and a handful of them are practicing like martial drills, swinging axes and swords, and defending and resetting and going again and again. And you see a much larger fire by these dwarves as well, still burning strong. And you imagine that that was probably one of the many campfires that you saw in the night last night. And as you continue closer and closer, it stops looking like campsites and starts looking like a refugee crisis. As you start seeing lean-tos and tents, wagons with broken wheels being used as like props for shelter and keeping goods off the ground, you see that things start getting closer and closer together, and the people camping seem to even be starting to encroach on the road, as you look around, and the three of you are standing in this road, and as you look down, you can see the through the tall trees what must be the gates to the summer court. And as you look out, you just hear this faint murmur and din of people conversing and cooking, and campfires being lit, and people bartering and complaining. And it's a little overwhelming, to be quite honest, as you look through the trees, and it's hard to see through them for all the people and creatures that have gravitated towards the court. Yes.
So is it? I just rolled a wisdom saving throw of 16, and you may tell me if it's successful or not after I describe what I rolled that for. Tithe never were in his conscious memory around so many people,
Yeah.
around so many individuals, and as they walk down this this menagerie of people that surrounds them ever so tighter, they sensory the sensory deprivation almost comes to them until they think they hear only their heartbeat, like loud in their ears, until they realize it's not their heartbeat, it's the heartbeat of everyone,
Thousands
of
and
the
thousands of people beating in
that
their head.
surrounds them. That surrounds them, and they just become a little bit dazed, almost phlegmatic
Yeah.
through this, and they're just trying to clear their head.
Yeah, I don't think that you struggle for too long with a 16 there. I think that as you, I think that that sensation is sort of what you described, very much so that there's this at first feeling of being overwhelmed, and then this sense of like, oh, wait a minute, as you start to sort of relax a little bit and come back into your own, you that whooshing that sort of rushed through your head starts to break up into its component sounds, and we hear those heartbeats ticking in various rhythms as the three of you look down, and you are maybe a mile or so from the edge of this field of blue. And as you look ahead, you realize that it just continues to sort of pack closer and closer. And the closer you move towards these gates, the more you realize that there are hundreds of people not encroaching on the road, but blocking the road with wagons and tents. As you approach, you see one gnomish gentleman. He's sitting smoking a short white clay pipe, and he's sitting on a small fold-out bench beside a pretty sizable wagon for a gnome. And he sort of cocks his head and puffs on his pipe as he sees the three of you. And he's definitely not the same guy who came past you earlier, but he has that same sort of aesthetic. Yeah, Tiva.
While they're walking, can Phileas try to commune with Willow?
Sure. What do you say to Willow?
I think at the sight of all this, they would kind of hug the seed to their chest and say hushed and kind of sadly, "Oh, Willow, what happened to all these people? Why are they all here?"
You don't receive a response from that immediately. But give me an insight check.
15.
I mean, it doesn't take much for you to put two and two together here. Willow was a tremendous tree, and the roots of your archfey patron sprawl deeply across a huge swath, honestly, of the Feywild. The Feywild is a poorly boundaried space, a poorly boundaried plane of existence. And so how big it is doesn't is a little difficult to gauge. But it was argued, and I don't know, Phileas, you might believe this, that Willow stood at the very center of the Feywild, and that whatever exists beyond it is essentially the suburbs of this pinnacle of magical experience.
Then yeah, they would just continue and tell Willow think they're all here for you, Willow. Uh, we really gotta get you back in the ground, don't we? And then yeah, they're just gonna be kind of like stern faced looking around. They might fly up a little bit to see like how many people are like blocking the gate into the summer court.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it takes you very long, and I think this is really a beautiful perspective as you float up and start drifting over these crowds. You see that not everybody up here is actively standing in a line to get into the court, but the closer you get, the more it is very apparent that these people are clamoring, trying to get in. And go ahead.
Are there any guards or anything?
There are guards. As you sort of pan over this crowd and look out, you see an almost unnaturally small gate for what seem like very tremendous walls to this court. The inside of those walls, from your perspective, looks to be a metropolis. It is very, very large. It's probably upwards of a mile across and sort of oblong as you rise up and look out over it. And there's all of these beautiful organic looking spires and other structures that look almost like they've been grown. But you see that very few people are even being spoken to, and even less are going through these gates. So there's a lot of people who are being turned away left and right.
Can I fly up to one of the guards?
Sure.
And like, is he carrying like a sword or a banner?
He is. As you approach, there are 6 guards in total. There's sort of 2 on either side of this gate. And then there's one who seems to be interacting with the crowd, and another that seems to be sort of his backup. All of them are wearing just sort of like slightly grayer than chrome armor, full plate armor. The 4 guys, 2 and 2, that are flanking this gate, which is maybe 10 feet tall. It's not wide enough to get a sizable wagon through. As you start to buzz down, you see the 2 guys on either side are holding spears and big shields, which have a spike in the middle of the big round shield, and then sort of a trim of what looks like probably leather towards the edge in sort of this dark, almost wine color. You see that the guy who's sort of talking to people and more often than not dismissing folks has a similarly colored sash around his midsection, separate even from his sword belt and dagger.
Okay, I'm gonna fly up to one of the guards next to the doors and like sit on the spike of his shield.
Okay, roll me a stealth, or let's start with a stealth check if you're doing this subtly. If you're not doing this subtly, then you need to let me know.
I mean, I'm doing it in like a friendly manner. Like, I'm just gonna fly up and sit on his shield and be like, "Excuse me?"
Roll me a performance check.
Perfect. 23.
Yeah, as you land on this spike jutting out, and sort of like swoop down and do a little number and tumble up onto your butt. This armored individual, you see their face is almost entirely covered by their helm. And as you land, you feel that shield shift not at all. And as you look up, you see just a stony gaze out the front of the of that helm, and then you just see the faintest like look down, and then you hear just a little faint.
Hi. Yeah, hi.
Shh. Shh.
Okay, hi.
Hi.
So, we really need to get in and see the council.
That's down. No.
No, we really have to. No, you don't understand.
No, you don't understand.
No.
No.
No, I'm telling you, it's really important.
No, it's very important.
Here, and I'm gonna pull my leaf a little bit so that he can just see a little glint from
of the spicy
rock
bits.
No, from the crystallized seed that is like in my leaf. I'd be like, you don't understand, and my tone is gonna very much shift to very serious. My eyes are gonna kind of go little like mom face for a second. Like, we have to see the council.
This
now.
camera over here. This camera over here.
Now, my mic's over here though, and I'm trying to whisper.
Bring the mic over. There we go. That's now we can. Now look into my eyes while you do it.
ASMR time.
It's really important that we go and see the council right now.
I don't know why you're trying to show me down your shirt, but no one's getting in here for a long time.
What? Okay. I know how to fix the problem of the magic.
Oh, you're gonna go in the crazy bin with all the other crazies, I guess.
No.
Tithe, as you and Portabella are, we'll at least say hanging back. I don't know how enthusiastic the two of you are to push through a crowd. You certainly.
What if it was already like fucking death gripping onto Tithe?
This was so unbelievably funny to me. Just this conversation. What you don't understand? No, you don't understand.
Yeah.
Right from the beginning, and I was positively convinced that this would take a turn into the arousing or sexual, and I did not see coming. And then it was just a peak on Willow. So amazing.
No, you don't understand.
So good.
Yeah. What do the two of you do as you're sort of like met with a almost wall of fake creatures?
I think Tithe would still be visibly, just ostensibly self-aware to a point it's evidently evidently perceivable for everyone that looks at him, pondering still the thought and its extension of him or them, it's easier this way. I will fuck it up so many times, so him, them. That there is this thing, undeterminable, in themselves that just will keep him isolated, that just will push people away. And I think that is still very heavy on them and visible, even if not in its essence, then still in its magnitude to everyone.
What's your passive perception?
Ooh, I think it was 11. I will make sure. 13 actually. And so after the departure of Phileas, they just very consciously stick tighter to Portobello, just their shoulder and their arm, just having this closeness at least, calming them a little bit, even if their wild, unsupervised self-loathing at this point is not being able to be stopped. Then at least this offers them comfort.
I will say this. You notice a couple of things, just sort of passively. There's certainly enough people around here that you aren't hidden. And when it comes to uh, people who present as dangerous, Tithe is right near the top of the list. And I think you expect for a moment that people are going to start being, at any second, someone's just going to turn, point, and scream, and things are going to go sideways. And as you still hear this whooshing sound in your head, you start to realize that people aren't really paying you much mind at all. Even when they see you, even when they move past you, there's this sense that while most of the time when people see you, they're like, that's a dangerous thing and I need to get away from it. These people seem to have seen something more threatening than you in their recent history. And this displacement here, given that you are not an active threat, are not perceived as a threat at all. And that is a unique sensation.
I think that would be at least enough for them to be separated from the self-absorbedness and just surveying his vicinity, coming to those conclusions. Oh my, I think things are gonna take a turn too much worse. While contemplating the thought of something dangerous, they're not only having dislocated these people from their home, but encroaching. And they look up to Portobello. Do you think Phileas is safe? I haven't seen where they have gone.
Well, I mean, there's always some unsafety with large groups of people, but can I see that there's guards there? Like, and I see that among
Yeah, I mean, you are tall enough that you can definitely see the shiny helms and shields and spears of whatever sort of guard this is.
And she see me?
Roll me a perception check, Portobello. Phileas, you are at least 200 feet away, if not closer to 300.
Well, I got a 22. What does that give me?
It gives you a pixie on a shield, having what seems like they look like they're showing the guard their titty.
God damn it.
Actually, it looks like they're doing fine.
Marcus looks up at Portobello, nodding, Very confused.
I wasn't done talking to the guard.
No, you weren't done talking to the guard. Would you like to continue talking to the guard?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Look, I really don't want to have to do this. But I need you to let me and my 2 compatriots into the gate. And with that, I'm going
To
to
roll
fly
a
up on-
dexterity saving throw?
Oh, wait, no, I'm not attacking him.
No, you're not.
Okay, fine. I'll do that. Just give me a sec. No, wrong button. A saving throw?
Yes, please.
14.
Not good enough. As you say, I don't want to have to do this.
Okay.
You say, but me and my friend, and then you feel yourself grabbed quickly.
So as he grabs me,
it's not the guard that you're talking to. Someone else grabs you.
Okay. That's fine. As whatever grabs me though, hold on. I cast friends.
Okay. How many friends can you affect here?
Just one.
Friends will be friends.
So the next question becomes, which one of these people do you want to be friends with?
Probably the one who just grabbed me because he distracted me from trying to be friends with the other one.
Lovely. That's a wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, for the duration, so it just says for the duration you have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice that isn't hostile towards you. Oh, wait, I guess since he grabbed me, he is hostile towards me though, huh?
I don't think we've gotten to hostilities yet.
Okay.
I think more perturbed than hostile. As you are grabbed quite bodily by a steel gauntlet. Actually, you're grabbed by the leather glove inside of a steel gauntlet. No less uncomfortable for that leathery padding. And you are lifted up off of the spike on that shield and turned around about 90 degrees. And you see this similar sort of helm, slightly more embellished. And you see another gauntleted hand come to the faceplate and lift it up. And as you look inside, you see a very distinctly elven face. And not just elvish necessarily, but Eladrin. This is someone who is a high elf. And you can see their silvery gold locks. Which you did not realize at first come down into a braid across the front of their armor. And in a stern voice, you hear, "No one goes in today."
Well, see, now you're exactly the person I was meaning to talk to begin with. Hello. I know you say no one goes in, and that's perfectly understandable. There's a lot of people here, and I'm sure a lot of them have a lot of really important problems. But I'm very sure that the council's dealing with bigger problems right now. But you know, you gotta understand, pal. We have to get in there. We're not here.
As you say, we have to get in there. You feel a very large leathery finger over your lips, and you hear.
I can't roll persuasion right now.
You can. I mean, you can try, but this guy's he's starting the shushing process.
Okay, but he's my friend.
We'll find out how
So-
friendly he is in just a second.
Okay, so with advantage, that is a 21
To persuade.
to persuade him to
Yeah.
at least listen to me right now.
I'm
Listen.
going to need something that leverages that 21.
I'm gonna pull out Willow from my leaf.
Okay. As you do that, can I get an Arcana or Religion check, please?
That's a 14.
You start to see that wispy little seed almost thrum with radiant light as you produce it. And immediately you see this guy's eyes start to narrow and his brow furrow. And do you announce what it is?
No.
Okay. He he takes Willow from you.
What? Can I stop him from doing this?
No, because
What?
he got a nat 20 sleight of hand.
Shut up.
And he snatches this seed, and comparatively, when he holds it up, it's almost coin-sized in comparison.
Hey.
And he just sort of holds you by your scruff at the end of his arm. Yeah, Ben.
I know I am very, very far away, but Portobello had eyes on that.
Yes, Portobello very much just saw what transpired there.
So, question for you, Finn: did you tell Ty this?
Yeah, I feel like she's been narrating.
The moment
she's been spilling the tea.
The very moment they got made aware of the fact that their friend has been taken into custody, if you want to call it that.
Yep.
Tithe just shoulders himself through the crowd as far as they have to a point where they can, out of the fullness of their embodied being, project their voice loud enough so that this guard can hear them, and hopefully a corridor is formed with direct line to
roll me an intimidation check, please.
Okay. Real dice.
Come on, real dice.
Cutting it.
Show us what you got.
Does friends only affect me, or does it also
it is you and one creature.
I mean, why does intimidation has to be charisma? I'm not good at charismatic things.
So Portobello followed, like still holding on to his hand, and it's like probably I like seeing him start to like work up is like grabs like around him and is just like trying to like cuddle him in, just like, no, calm down, calm down.
It is 21, so I think time just of the fullness of the body, taking a deep breath, falling a little bit in on themselves, and then going to their full height and their full auras, so to say. They just boom their voice out. Release them!
As you say that, you see all 4 spears drop into position. You see the Eladrin with their face shields still up, holding the little crystallized, crystal encased seed, which is glowing on his face. And things go, I think, sideways. The first thing that happens is the crowd starts to part in a clamoring and panicked state. They are literally climbing over one another to get out of your way. And as these guards drop these spheres in place, you see these 4 individuals start to move forward, and they take 2 steps forward. The crowd in the front fucking books it.
Wait, Mr. Headguard,
full Western strong pose, head lowered, the arms at the side. Not threatening, really. It's just his natural pose, which is quite predatorial.
And I'm just freaking out, holding my hands, because if he's holding me like this, I'm just like holding my hands out, like, wait, whoa, okay, things went up to 100 really fast. Look, sir, look, I'm glad that you are enthralled with my talisman there, but that is my talisman. Okay, that was given to me by my patron. I am the protector of it. I need that back, and I need to go in and talk to the gosh darn council.
This whole diatribe is shouted back towards your friends. And as these 4 guards move forward, the guy who seems to be the assistant to whoever's in charge here, the one who has Phileas currently, sort of takes a step back, and these 4 guards move forward. And Portobello, you and Typh are on the receiving end of 4 by 8 feet of spear. And as the 2 of you are standing in the middle of this wide path, now still clearing of people and refugees, you look on and you see Phileas being taken through the gate. And as Phileas is sort of like arguing that they should be taken inside, you see that gate swing shut. And Phileas, you are now inside the general concept of the summer court here. The other 2 of you are standing against 4 of the most armed and armored individuals you've probably ever seen. Portobello?
Yeah, she's like holding on to Typh, trying to like. She knows that Typh is always going to try to shield. I think when she learned that she's going to try to shield them, but she's going to try to get in front of him and like. I don't know what emotion that was supposed to be, but just get in front of him and just hold him like he is her son who's going to be taken away.
A big baby. Yep.
I'm just
Uh,
like fucking bawling, just crying so fucking hard.
roll me. It's not technically performance, but some sort of charisma check.
So just like just charisma, I guess.
I mean, if you've got a performance check, I want to see how this action affects these soldiers, and the thaumaturgy is a cantrip.
I mean, isn't it not to finish with your argument? I would imagine that if it's very expressive, it's more of persuasion.
It could be persuasion.
I
I'm
mean, I
not.
have this. All my different charismas all have the same number, so it doesn't really matter.
Then you just pick which one you want to use.
But did you hear the tiny plop?
I did.
Because I have like a notebook and it rolled on the notebook. It just made a little plop. That was really funny. I like that sound.
It's a D&D ASMR, everybody.
Okay, gonna use the inspiration.
You use that inspiration, okay.
Okay,
What'd you get the first one?
the first one was a 9, which would then be an 8.
Nice.
Now it's a 16, which would then make it a 15.
Okay. As you start to cry, you see these 4 begin to fan out, the tips of their spears almost unmoving, except for a change of angle. And yes,
Could I cast thaumaturgy?
you could sure try.
I just want to cast thaumaturgy and yell back at them.
What do you say?
I'm fine. Don't do anything stupid.
Neither of you hear that.
Damn it.
And
I guess I have to do something stupid then.
and Phileas, Phileas, as you shout that, the Eladrin holding you, still pondering this seed in his hand, says, "That's of no use. Beyond these walls, no one can hear you."
Well, look, guy, you really scared my friends, and one of them is prone to just unruly behavior when he's scared, and I don't want them to get into any trouble. Like,
sounds like he's a danger to himself and those around him.
Sounds like you're a danger. You just kidnapped his friend. How would you feel if we kidnapped your 4 friends with the spears out there?
What's your passive perception?
13.
Yeah. How would you like it if we kidnapped your 4 and then you feel yourself chucked very quickly into a wooden box, and see the light just down to a dim keyhole, which you see very quickly filled with a key, and hear a click. And you start to feel yourself being sort of carried underarm as you're rocked back and forth, and you just see this keyhole sort of like shifting to and fro as you look out through that opening.
The audacity!
What was that, Finn?
Didn't this happen in one of the Tinkerbell movies?
Could be.
I don't really remember them that well, but I feel like there's one point where Tinkerbell got locked in a box.
Can I miss these? Can I miss these step out of it?
Yes. You can see out.
No, yeah, so I can misty step out of it?
roll me. What's your passive? Was a 13? You said.
Yeah. Yep.
Bear with me just a second.
I mean, to your point, Finn, I think that's quite imaginable. Very often, folklore stories surrounding fairy creatures, or similar archetypical narratives have the notion of them being caged.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, bitches be like, oh, the Fae always trying to pull tricks on me. Bitch, you be enslaving them.
Correct.
they are put into cages or into
Mhm.
glasses.
Phileas, can I get two things? Can I get a Constitution saving throw and an Arcana check, please?
Oof. Okay. Constitution was 5.
Okay.
And Arcana is 17.
As you look outside, and you're like, I'm gonna go there. You feel like you just ran 30 feet headlong into a cinder block wall.
Ow.
And as you look out, you can still see out of this box. And realize that there must be some sort of magical ward on this little chest you're in.
Look, if this is about me casting that friendship spell on you, I'm really sorry. Look, I just needed to get through to someone. You don't have to put me in this box. I'll just fly right next to you, I swear. I'm not trying to hurt anyone. I'm trying to save Willow.
As you say, Willow, you start to hear that echo. And the illumination has shifted from this sort of radiant, yellowy, early morning light to a cool blue gray. And it is a very stark difference. And as you peer out again, you see this almost cosmic looking marble stone that seems to be almost alive the way it glitters and shimmers. And you see these huge striations, not unlike the trunk of a very large tree, sort of waves running inside of whatever structure you're inside now. And Portobello and Tithe, you are nearly surrounded by guards as these two have continued to flank you, and the other two are sort of keeping you now pincered on four corners. And the sort of second in command steps forward, and he produces a sword and swings it around quite dexterously, and he says, I haven't had to kill anyone recently, and I don't know whether that time is coming to an end or not, but it depends entirely on what you do next. And he strides forward about 10 feet away from you, and he lowers his sword to the side, to his side, and lifts his visor. And you can see that, yes, this is an Eladrin. They are an order of high elves and muckety muck. This guy is one of the highest of the muckety mucks. And he looks out at the two of you, and he says, "Tell me now what the two of you are doing here."
Very aware of the presence and the intervention of Portabella, just Tithe restrains themselves, but they make very sure as slowly and non-threatening as even possible for them, raise their hands, put them behind their head with an unfazed and uninterrupted gaze of slightly ever so shining red eyes affixed to the Zeledron, and they say, "I'm not here to do you the favor of entertainment. This was my friend. I ask you to release them. I did it nicely. Once again, I will do that. Release my friend. I'm not here to make any trouble. I'm here for them."
This Eladrin looks you square in your shimmering red eyes and says, "You are here, but you are in no position to give orders. You will stand down." And he turns and looks at Portabella, and he says, "Your tears aside, you seem to have the right idea. Keep your friend in line, lest we must intervene." Bless you.
For a sneeze, hundreds of times.
No, he's just also like really Christian.
Yeah, he's deep in the Christian mythology.
Because that's what it is, mythology.
Correct.
Oh, I went on YouTube now. I can't say that. YouTube's gonna come get me.
If that's what they come for you about, you're probably doing okay. Yeah, as the two of you stand out there, this guy seems a bit at an impasse. It doesn't take an insight check to see that. He obviously doesn't feel comfortable letting you go, and he doesn't seem to want to incarcerate you. It'd be a bit of a scene. There are literally hundreds of people watching this exchange, and so it's still a little tenuous here. Portabella, do you say anything?
I can't get myself to cry in the man, but so Wall's still like crying. She's like, we with the fairy you just took in, well they, but now the other, you now have something that we think it can help Willow. We don't want, we don't want to cause any problems. We just want to help.
Roll me a persuasion check, please.
Tithe at this point is just, if there's a hand on their chest or something, they're just waiting for permission. If Portabella gives them, they are perfectly aware that they're slightly sociopathic in some senses, so they need some people to guide them. So they just wait. If Portabella releases them, they will go to action. But
I might as well just leave now. I might as well just leave this game now because we're all gonna die.
Everyone dies eventually. How is your persuasion check?
Well, it was a 2, but all my charismas are -1.
That's awesome. That's awesome. As this guy looks at you, he looks around at the crowd, and he sort of grits his teeth a little bit. You can almost hear them grinding as he walks up towards the two of you. And Tyth, you're like 7 feet tall. You're probably a good 6 or 7 inches taller than this guy. And much broader across, specifically at the shoulders. And as he walks up, he looks up at you, and he sort of sniffs with an almost bestial persuasion. And then he looks over at Portabella, struggling to truly convey the profound nature of your task. And he says very quietly, as he sort of stands between the two of you, looking up at your two imposing figures. And he says, if you come with us quietly, I think everyone can save a little face.
Time through this whole ordeal, like a soldier standing in line, they just stood there with their hands at the back of their head, staring into nothingness before him, not even lowering their gaze. They slowly lower their hands to their side, look down, and making sure that they fangs flesh while they say it, lead the way.
And as you say that, he looks up at Portabella, and then he looks from side to side at the two guards behind you. And they sort of stay in place, but wordlessly, the two in front of you start to move to the side and actually retract their spears. The ones behind you do not. They still have their spears pointed at you. Now, they're still a couple of feet away, but definitely within spearing distance. And this guy gives you a last sort of look, and then takes a deep breath and turns on his heels and begins marching forward. And as he does, you see him approach this gate, and the gate swings open without any intervention on his part. And the two of you follow?
I follow.
Yes, and Portobello holds on to Typh like arm lock.
Okay.
They're like yeah.
I mean, it's a little up, I think. How much tall are you? Is it a little
2 feet, 1.5 feet.
Yeah, I think a little up. So.
Okay, well, we can hold hands then if that's uncomfortable.
Ty holds on to this as well as for guiding purposes, as also for actual hold on. And
gotta keep the dog on the leash.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, yeah, very much so. And I don't know if that is.
Don't bite. Yes, it do.
I don't know if that is what you were gunning for, Hadley, but I have this perfectly vivid imagery of as well the Lord of the Rings as the Hobbit, this synchronous fluid motions of the elves in that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's so precise. As these guys retract, I mean, like, it looks like they're like a drawbridge opening as these two spears go upright. And very much to your point, as we see the two of you approach this gate, it is low enough that Portobello you do not have to, or high enough that Portobello you don't have to bend down to get through it.
First time in her life.
Yeah, right. And
that's another reason for the mushroom hat. It cushions her head when she bumps into shit.
Yeah, it gives you. It's a proprioception tool. And as the two of you pass through that gate, we see the two guards with spears drawn, uh, sort of fall in step behind the two of you, spears still pointed at you. And the two who had retracted their spears fall in line behind them. And then, as that first set of guards crosses the gate threshold, the gate closes, and as if practiced thousands and thousands and thousands of times, these two guards with their spears up about face and continue to stand guard at the gate. Phileas. Hello.
I
How are you?
trapped in a box. It's
You
not
are
fun.
you are trapped in a box. After a minute or two of being sort of jostled through this interior space, can I get a perception check, please? We're going to see how much you pick up through this little keyhole.
9.
Yeah. I mean, you've got how much of your vision cut down to just a little circle and triangle worth of perspective. As you peer through this keyhole, you look out inside of this structure. And you know it must be at least one of the more magnificent spires. It has to be. It's gorgeous in here. It's not very bright, except for the shimmers and glint of light off of what seem like ever shifting pieces of mica in this dark slate granite. And you see a fountain in the middle of this space, and it is just sort of slowly dripping water. It's not like a rush or anything, but it has this almost like the like fingers of erosion over eons have eaten away at this, and there's just this pitter patter of little droplets falling over the different tiers of that fountain. And then you feel yourself set down quite brusquely. And you hear some murmuring as you've entered a smaller sort of space, and that keyhole is faced towards a stone wall without any windows on it, and you hear what sounds like somebody rolling a marble around on a wooden desk, but you can't see where that's coming from, and you hear murmuring under who I imagine you're going to assume is the your captor.
Hmm. Hey, I'm not supposed to be in here. This guy is a big bully. He stole my stuff and threw me in this box. I'm just here. I'm trying to help. Can you please just let me out of the box?
Yeah, as you petition for your release, you feel that box jostled as if struck by a stick or something. You feel it rock
Hey!
with you in it.
Hey! Look, I can't see what's going on out there, but we came here because we thought you could help. And so far, you're not proving to be very helpful. You don't even know what that you don't even know what you took from me.
You hear that muttering stop, and then you see you feel that box being like turned, and then you can see that this individual's removed their helm, and they are a chiseled, angular, elongated, featured individual, and you can see that their hair is braided around one side and drapes down the other. And he looks at you with icy blue eyes, and you can see his stern look on his face through this keyhole. And he says, I don't know who you are, and I don't know why you're here, and I certainly don't know why you have any holds up the seed this. And until I have some answers, I am going to, as my job would denote, play it safe.
Well, I mean, I can tell you how I got it. Like, we could have an adult conversation if you just let me out of this box.
Let's begin with how you got this.
It was given
And
to.
he pulls up a chair and seems to pull out what looks like a clipboard and to take notes on.
Can't you just shackle me instead? I can barely see your face. How am I supposed to have a conversation with someone I can't see?
I can turn the box around and you can face the wall again, or you can talk to me this way.
It was given to me.
Who gave it to you?
Do you know what it is? Look at it. Who do you think gave it to me?
I want you to say it.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're gonna do with that information. I'm here for the strict purpose of saving Willow. And if you're here to help, you know what it is, and you know who gave it to me. So why do I have to tell you?
He sort of looks down in a way, somewhat thoughtfully. And he takes a slow, deep breath. I am Aluin Orixia. Roll me a history check, please.
Could you say that one more time, please? I'm really bad with names.
I am Aluin Orixia.
Fuck. That's not one, but maybe a 3 with my modifier. You said history, right?
That is correct. You know who this guy is, and he is not to be fucked with. If he is who he says he is an elf who is thousands of years old. And he is essentially the commander of all of the Fey forces that defend the Sealy and Summer courts. he is also a very what's the way I can put this kindly? He is a gritty individual and has been known to shoot first and never bother with asking questions. I'm gonna let you sit with that.
Yeah. I need a minute.
He is a very, very dangerous man.
You said his name was Alumin?
No, I did not.
I swear I don't do it on purpose. I promise.
I know. I know.
Do
It is
Aluminum.
his name is Aluminium.
Aluminium. I was certain for a moment that you would go like the full Brennan Mulligan and just drag the Elvish language to the mud. My name is Fardiniel. Fardiniel.
Yeah, right. Not yeah. Portobello and Typh. As you are led through the gates here, it is a particular type of beautiful in here. I don't know that it's necessarily either one of your aesthetics.
The dangerous kind.
But it is certainly charming in its own right. Again, a lot of these structures seem to be almost grown out of this blue, slate, gray stone flecked with mica. Everything glitters. A lot of it in iridescent and rainbow tones. As you are marched towards the center of the city, there's not a lot of people in the streets. This is a huge metropolitan city, and there's nobody out and about. Virtually nobody.
I'm so sorry, it's a beautiful description. But I just went Twilight and Typh starts to glitter. Oh no, my secret.
My dark secret. As the two of you are marched forward, you see a looks like a scribe, like an adolescent elf, comes running up. He has a similar sash around his waist of this dark wine color. And is otherwise wearing dark brown leather breeches and sort of a cream tunic, and has a sort of medium length, almost mustard colored vest. And he runs up and hands some papers off to this Eladrin, this high elf, and then sort of stands at attention with his hands beside his body and his feet together, and he bows deeply and then turns on his heels and rushes back into this huge monolithic like corkscrew organically grown structure, and then you see him turn 90 degrees and start leading the two of you towards a smaller building, not entirely dissimilar in aesthetic. And as he leads you in, you see other elves, and they are wearing far less armor, but still seem to be a very official and military. And as he marches in, you see 6 individuals. They are standing with their arms behind their backs and seem to have leather over like half plate armor on. And he looks at them and then turns and looks at the two of you. And as he looks at the two of you, you hear the door behind you latch with a very audible doof, and realize that you're probably in lockup.
Tythe's singular intent is on the restraint that comes extending from however Portobello is still holding onto them at their shoulder or at their chest. And it is the only restriction that holds of the beast that is very uncomfortable at the moment.
You've got a pretty good nose on you, right, Tythe? Roll me a perception check with advantage, please.
Oh,
I keep forgetting that Type's supposed to be a vampire because he gives such werewolf vibes.
it's
It's a little bit of both.
That's the thing. So I wanted Tithe to be the beast, the anonymous amalgamation of those bestial pictures that we have. So werewolf and vampire are 2 very important points in that.
I enjoy.
It is, what's my plus? Did you say perception?
Please.
Yeah, yes. That is 22.
As you linger in this room for a moment, there's sort of a pregnant pause in the air. But there's also something else in the air. And as you sniff, you get this strange recollection. Roll me a history check, please.
I mean, that's a +0, so I'm not confident.
We'll just see. I just gotta see how.
13.
As you start to try and put a picture together of what that smell could have come from, we see this Eladrin, and he nods for these. He nods towards these 6 guards, and 2 of them walk over and open a heavy metal door. They sort of slide it to the side, and one of them gestures very, very passively, almost informally, as he gestures you into the holding area.
Well, I'm gonna be a good noodle.
Okay.
And go into the hole.
Okay. This door you do have to duck to get into.
Sad. Oh,
yeah,
that's cool.
I know it's a real pain in the
And
ass.
tugging Type along. If he's not moving, he's getting tugged.
Okay.
Tithe stands defiant. It looks a lot, not with any resistance or any malice or aggressiveness, but they looked at Eladrin in the eyes and say, I spent a lifetime caged, and I not intend to ever again. Shackle me, bind me, do what you must, but I will not enter this prison.
You see this this Eladrin. He sort of hangs his head a little bit, and Portobello. We see you sort of move past him to dip under this door, and this Eladrin moves forward, and he reaches out very compassionately. And he goes to like gently, he just sort of reaches out, and then slowly he reaches up and he puts his hand on your shoulder, and he says, "I don't know you, but I'm sorry that you feel that way." And can I get a wisdom saving throw, please, from Typh?
Oh, for me.
Yeah.
That's not my. I don't think that's my strong suit.
We'll find out. It's fine. It's a you can make it maybe.
I mean, sure. Let's see. What is my plus? All he says. So that's a hefty one. Hey, a 19.
As he puts a hand on you and says, "I'm sorry to hear that," you feel your body like it flickers. Like you almost see yourself ceasing to be where you are, and you see sort of a flash in your vision. And can I get another wisdom saving throw for a very different reason?
Oh my goodness, that's not good. Okay, that's 11.
Yeah. As you realize that he was trying to cast a magic spell on you, it triggers you or the beast, technically.
So I think Portobello, what you see is if you still hold on onto them or not.
No, you're about 4 steps ahead of him,
Okay.
Portobella, as you're crossing that threshold into the holding area.
You don't see any motion, but still without motion, Typh physically and spatially shifts a little bit as the muscles grow denser and are more visible. The face is shaded in the black with only the red eyes. The hair floats almost again in material wind or breeze, and the claws grow longer, but they still stand in the same passive position.
As you do that, you hear and as you look, you see these guards in leather over half plate. Each one of them pulls a baton that looks like it's charged with radiant light, and they begin to sort of form a semicircle around you, and are sort of splitting up between you and Portobello, who's now sort of in the corner of this room, going through that doorway. And as Portobello, you walk through that doorway and turn around and see this happening to Typh. You see that door start to close. And Portobello, as you look around to sort of assess what the hell you can do, you hear a voice say, "Hey, haven't I met you before?"
Oh, don't look at this person. Do they look familiar?
As you look in, you see 4 cells, cages, each with a small bed. None of them look particularly comfortable. And in the second cage is a quickling. And it is
So it's-
Silvar
yeah.
Magnifina. And then you hear the door latch shut.
Yeah, gonna cry more.
Okay.
I'm really using that crying as a reaction up in this.
Yeah, it's a good. Mwah, love that.
I mean, literally, I showed you Portobello's official art my friend made. She's literally crying in that art.
She's literally crying.
Everything makes her cry.
It's understandable.
Damn this meme.
As you're reunited with your long lost friend Silvar Magnifina,
Of a day ago.
yeah, I'm gonna pop back over to Phileas for just a minute.
Hello.
What's up, Philly Billy?
I'm still in a box.
That's correct.
Yeah. So once I realize who this guy is, look, sir. I really am just here to help. Okay? Willow is my patron. I want nothing more than his everlasting health and happiness. And I'm trying to save him. And I figured the best people to come and ask for help would be you all because that's how much I respect you and how much I know that we all just want what's right, which is for Willow to live on forever. Look at all the power he grants us. He has to live on forever.
Can I get 2 checks, please? First, I would like a persuasion check. And second, I would like an insight check, please.
Shit. That's an 8 for the persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's to the guy who captured me, because he's still technically my friend, unless more than a minute has passed.
More than a minute has definitely passed.
Oh, he's super not my friend
He's
then.
definitely not your fucking friend.
Then 6 for the inside.
Phileas, this should be a no-brainer. You've got what everybody needs, and that is a way to bring Willow back. This shouldn't be difficult. This shouldn't be a problem. You don't know why the hell you're being met with resistance.
That makes perfect sense. I don't understand why I'm in a fucking box.
You do not know why you're in a box.
I don't know why I'm in the box.
I'm
literally here to save everybody.
And as you're saying that, you realize that this Eladrin is just sort of turning over this crystallized or this crystal encased seed. And he is ponderous of it to the extent that your pleas and suggestions and cries for just a little bit of common sense and common decency are falling on deaf ears.
I think as I see him like twisting it in his hand, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, that is my property. It was given to me. That's my talisman. Don't you know anything about magic? You should. Look at you. That is my talisman. You have to give it back now."
As you say this, you see him look over his shoulder, and you can't see what he's looking at, but you see him stand up and very quickly sort of palm the seed. And then you see a thumb cover the keyhole, and you hear a muffled exchange from the other side. As anytime you speak, it's just this sort of almost cacophonous echo inside of this box. And as whatever exchange is taking place comes to an end, you see the thumb taken off of the keyhole. And without acknowledging you, you see him sort of produce the seed again, and then roll it between his fingers, and then reach down and open a small purse on his belt, and tuck that seed into the little purse, and you see him tug at the purse to tighten the drawstring.
Okay, so question.
Yeah.
Because it is also my talisman, if it's like taken from me, and that like counts as me losing it, can't I just like respawn it because I can get a replacement from my patron? I'm just saying.
The talisman is your patron. So there's some
I'm just saying.
There's some mechanical hurdles that you're concerned about facing.
Would it still turn to ash if I died?
You don't know.
But me knowing what it is,
yeah,
at least to me, I'd be like, you know what? You've put me in a corner. You've put this baby in a corner, and so if you don't give me back my rock, I'm gonna stab myself.
And then you hear a door shut.
This is toxic behavior.
And Portabella, you look over and see this quickling, and he sort of scents at the air too. He just sort of, oh, you brought the beast with you, I see.
How do you also smell him?
You can't smell him. And he sort of chuckles to himself. He as this guy makes mention of Tythe's aromatic essence,
just pure moshes.
He looks at you through the bars, and you realize that this little guy probably isn't actually being held by this cage. And about the same time you come to that realization, he just sort of slips through the bars. and walks to the other side and strides up to you. The slowest you've seen this guy move ever.
Which is
Still pretty fast.
I was gonna say, how many miles per hour is that?
Yeah, somewhere between 19 and 25. Yeah, it's like he took a single step and he's right beside you. And he says, listen here, Mushroom Lady. This place, you shouldn't dawdle. We gotta get out of here. And you see him in a flash hop up and grab the. There's a big cylinder lock in this door. And he sort of jumps up, grabs a hold of the handle, and then starts to pick this lock. And he's like, do. And just when you think he's supposed to be able to turn the lock, nothing happens. And he goes, fuck. What do you do, Portobello?
She's now crouched down into a ball, just in on herself. And all because she can circle spores, she can spawn mushrooms. It's just the emotions are strong, so mushrooms just start popping up, little sad mushrooms making sad mushroom sounds. Some of them try some of them lean over and pet her. It doesn't make sense.
They just nuzzle.
Yeah, they nuzzle with their
mushroom caps.
Bells.
Yeah. Love that. Ty. You feel a strike behind your knee, and a charged one at that. 18 versus armor class, is that going to hit you?
I am relatively sure it will. Yeah, 14.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you take a club to the back of the knee. You are going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And can I get a Constitution saving throw, please?
Well, I am waging because that is the release of the beast, so it's
Sure.
3. Constitution?
Yes.
Blip.
That's all, folks.
21.
Yeah, your leg bends, but you barely take a step forward. And then you feel another prod in your ribs, not nearly as aggressive, but you're being surrounded by these guards at this point. And Portobello, you hear a report in, these guys, something bad's about to happen. And
I just wanted to say, with that Constitution saving throw, I don't know if anybody knows this scene, but there's this scene in Cowboy Bebop where he is struck in the face and just slightly goes to the side and then
just
perfectly rights himself.
Yeah.
And that is just what Ty does. When he just rides themselves perfectly, and the arms with the claws are presented as though for shackles. He does not resist.
I will say this: you don't see any shackles around, and you see this first Eladrin, sort of the buddy here, and he takes a step back with a furrowed brow, and he says, "Subdue this creature." And as he does, the rest of these guys are going to act almost simultaneously. Are you going to put up any kind of resistance?
I think if it's at all possible, they will take the dodge action, but just more into a self that they go into a self-hardening, just defensive, just buckle in on themselves, and they just strike iron tightened muscle.
Yeah, I think we see this almost dance as one guy comes swinging wide, and we just see you like shift away. And as the next one sort of comes overhand, you sort of turn that clawed hand up and out, and we see that strike that would have hit you in the face go glancing against your forearm. And this guy goes staggering past you. And similarly, as you sort of just toss your arms out to catch whatever comes next, we see somebody swinging backhand, and his forearm hits yours. And there's this ring of the metal on his plate armor against your heavy, dense tissue, and that soft clanging sound is followed in kind by another strike across your back, which we see those rippling muscles down your back, completely unaffected by that shot. And as you sort of turn around, we see one more baton swing, and as it comes on, we see it bam right across your jaw. And with that strike, you're going to take 10 points of bludgeoning damage and 9 points of radiant damage.
Uh-huh.
And you let me get another Constitution saving throw. This time with disadvantage.
Naturally. Boop, boop. Worst one is 20.
Nice. As you blink and wince from this attack, it is essentially now your turn. What would you like to do?
So as the beast is in control, it does something that it not have done before, and would his friends, would their friends be there? They would maybe be irritated as the beast begins to speak, and just in rumbling, rasping voice, release, friends, shekel, if you must.
You hear a staunch shout from this Eladrin. Bring him down now! And Phileas.
And then dodge action.
Yeah. What's up, laddie?
Yeah. So if I think if I'm now in a room in a box, unless I hear something quite immediately, I'm going to just start doing the like talisman replacement ceremony in the box.
Roll me an Arcana check, please.
Fuck. 5.
Yeah.
My dice are so moody.
As you start to try and like conjure this talisman again, you feel like a weird disconnection from it. And you realize, fuck, this box is not just like charmed to keep me from getting out of it. It is suppressing my intuitive magical connection.
Fuck your mutant-proof cage!
Yeah.
This damn nerd puts you in a Faraday cage.
Put me in a goddamn Faraday cage.
Yeah, it's rough stuff.
So, is there any noise? Can I see anything? Is it dark? I have dark vision anyway.
As you look out from this box, you've got that same sort of glittering blue, gray stone sort of wall on one side. As you look out, you can see that this does look like a nicely decorated office. Decorated ? Questionable taste. And you see sort of like a large rug. You can only really see the sliver of it from your perspective. You can see that there's a table on the far side of this room that has like drinks and stuff on it, decanters. You can see that there's a couple of chairs. Probably you see one chair. You imagine there's another one across a table or something like that. And you can see the chair that this guy was sitting in, and you think maybe you're sitting on his desk, and those are the chairs of the people who come and see him, and this is his office. And that's about all you see from your perspective. You do not hear anything immediately coming from anywhere.
Can I lockpick?
Maybe.
No, I don't think I can.
You have something to pick a lock with?
I'm checking.
Those guards are gonna be so tired after they've beaten time to a ball. They have 40 hit points still to go.
Nice.
No, I don't think so.
Phillies.
Especially not if it's freaking magic proof. No, I can't. I don't want to be stuck in this box.
The man in the box.
I mean, don't you have any magic? Can you blast?
The box has proven to have
my magic doesn't work in the box.
Yeah, suppressing.
Totality of your magic doesn't work. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, I'll try and Eldritch Blast the lock.
Try and Eldritch Blast the lock. Roll me an Arcana check.
An Arcana check?
Yeah, let's start with an Arcana check.
Okay, well, all the Arcana checks I've had thus far have just told me that the box doesn't let me use magic.
Okay. What does this one tell you?
16.
As you start trying to reach out to Willow again, you feel something. You feel something there that was hard to tap into previously. Roll me an attack with that Eldritch Blast.
You're gonna let me Eldritch Blast the lock.
We're gonna find out.
Oh, why'd I do that? Well, this time it was a 19.
Excellent. Roll me damage.
Okay. Whoop. Just gotta find my D10. And, 12.
Nice. We see from the outside of this chest, which seems to be strapped in iron, and we can see these soft blue runes illuminated across those straps. And as we see them start to glow, what color is your Eldritch Blast? What does it look like again?
It's rainbow. It's just a giant rainbow poof.
Yeah, we see what looks like just a like literally the lock. We just see like a rainbow fart. Ever so slightly. And then we see sort of rainbow colors come eking out like smoke from the space between the lid and the body of this chest. And as we see that sort of energy blast, we see the top begin to slowly open as those runes begin to dim and then go dark completely. And we see the lid open and a rainbow swirl of smoke start to dissipate as you cough your way up to a standing position in this chest. And Portabella, as you are standing there, you see. Make sure I get this guy's name right. It's Silgar? Silvar. You see Silvar Magnifina start jostling this lockpick at like hummingbird speed. And he says, okay, this is going to go down real fast. So I'm going to need you and your spores to get your shit together. And he twists that lock open and pushes against the wall with his feet and slams this door open. And what do you do, Portabella, as he picks this lock and opens the holding chamber?
What is the fastest animal I know? Because isn't for wild shape you have to know that animal? You have to have seen one before in person or something.
There's a quickling right in front of you, and that's the fastest.
That's not an animal. That's a person.
Okay.
I feel like that would be racist if I was to change into a quickling, even if I could.
Bear with me just a second.
Isn't it like beasts for druids?
I thought it was just animals, like just regular animals.
Hang on just a second. Pardon me.
You may be pardoned.
No, you're not.
La 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 la.
It says you assume the shape of a beast that you've seen twice per short rest.
Some sort of, I would say, like tabaxi.
But that's a race.
A feline-esque creature. Pick a feline creature.
I mean, it could just be a cat.
I mean, it would be a big cat. A cheetah, a jaguar.
Have I seen a cheetah twice before, though?
You only have to see it once. You can do it twice per long rest.
Oh, I thought it meant that I've seen a beast. I thought this meant seen before twice, then like you've seen it twice before.
No, you're good.
I mean, sure, Portabella has seen pictures of cheetahs. Have you ever seen a cheetah in person?
You've lived in the Feywild. There's all sorts. There's like a displacer beast. I'm sure you've seen. You saw a displacer beast just last night.
Oh yeah, I forget that they're actually called that because now I just call them glitch cats.
Yeah, a glitch cat. Yeah, that thing's probably pretty fast, and it can turn invisible.
That is the thing I just want to say. They're not only fast, they are slippery.
I want to be a slippery
Hard to
kitty.
catch.
I want to be a slippery kitty. Okay, we're gonna have to wrap this
I
game
want
up
to evade all the law.
pretty quickly. Sweet. Is
Cats
that what you
don't
choose?
follow rules. Cats do crime.
Hell yeah. Cats
Just
don't give a shit
imagine
about
modern
authority.
D&D, and you are just in a riot, and the first line of rioters against the police just collectively turns into rhinos.
Jesus. Yeah, is that what you go with? Displacer Beast?
Yeah.
Beautiful. As you anamorph, you look in and
I
you
love the
see
purpose of the animals.
you see these 6 guards doing a very bad job beating up your friend. And you also see this Eladrin sort of first in or second in command. And he looks over and sees you and looks shocked and dismayed. What do you do, Portobello?
I'm guessing Silvar's already out of there. He's
No, he's actually his turn was picking that lock and opening that door. So he's actually still hanging onto the door right now.
Oh, yeah, I thought. I don't know. Is he a ride or die? Probably not. He's
Do you
probably
want to
gonna
find?
run.
Do you want to find out?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because he's probably just gonna run. We only met him a day ago. He has no reason to want to try to help us, really.
If the communication would be allowed, you Hadley would determine that. But if at any level Tithe recognizes the opening and then the transgression of their friend coming before or after the shift, Tithe waits for permission. The only reason they stand still is to protect their friends. So if you
Sure.
want to run with them or something,
yeah, that's gonna depend on Portobello. Portobello, what's your take on that?
I don't know how to signal things. I'm a cat.
That's well. I mean, you could just do the thing. If you want Tithe to attack, essentially you could just attack.
I don't want to attack them because I don't want to cause any more.
Then would you like to either dash or disengage and try and get out of this space?
Can I? How? What did the use the flipper flapper things that displacers have on their back? Can those be used to grab things?
The paddles, yeah, they've got like sharp teeth-like protrusions. So yeah, if you wanted to grab something, you could sure as hell do that.
Yeah, then I want to try to grab time and get. I don't know. Can I? Is there any sort of sense, like even just like smell, since I mean they're a cat, that they have that I could tell where Phileas is or tell where the Willow seed is?
Not immediately. But I will say that if you want to move through this group and grab Tithe, roll me an acrobatics check using the bonus for the Displacer Beast, which if you need that, I can give to you in about 6 seconds. And there you go. Right there. Okay. Get into it. Try that again. Boom.
Oh.
And then we're gonna wrap it up, guys. So sad.
It's loading. Oh wait, so what am I doing? What am I rolling? I mean,
Roll me roll a d20 and add 7 to it.
oh, okay. That's a big number. Pretty big, I think. 7. I mean, is a big that to add
A
because
bonus,
usually
yeah.
modifiers are like okay.
Sorry, 6 to it. Apologize.
Okay, adding 6.
Yep.
Okay. 23.
Magnificent. As you leap forward, we see you clamber up the backs of 2 of these guards. And as you leap forward, we see both of them propelled backwards onto their backs. And you see Tithe with their claws still out. And very quickly, Tithe, you feel those paddles sort of wrap around your wrists and start pulling you. And we see 2 more of these guys just get bodily knocked aside as you're being dragged. And as you are, you hear chunk. And as you look ahead, Portabella, you see that Silvar has already opened this second door. And he seems to be carrying a set of keys which are almost as large as he is. And he looks up.
Are those
and
very big keys, or is he just very small? Or both?
It's both. It's both. And he looks out at the 2 of you and smiles, and then looks sternly again, and he says, "Come on, come on, come on, come on!" And gestures the 2 of you past these guards and out the door. And then you see him swing from the handle on the inside to the outside, and then drop those keys as he pushes off from the handle and slams that door shut. The keys now on your side, the outside of this building. And he looks up and says, "Where's your friend? And where's the seed?" And that is where I'll leave you tonight. So kudos and congratulations to all of you. I'm very excited for what comes next. A little political intrigue, perhaps.
I was so inclined to let this go off the handle, but I don't think Tide would. They are so used to taking punishment. This is nothing.
No, I think it was a good play as a character, for sure. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how Phileas deals with their separation anxiety.
I don't know. I'm really upset.
Yeah.
I should just be able to summon it back. It just literally it's a new one and the other one disappears.
No.
I think this is a complicated situation.
Yeah, this
I
is.
they'd be able to summon themselves because they may be a seed, but they're still a god and a seed.
I was just trying to play the mechanics of why the seed is even there narratively.
But this seems to me like a very much a torpor state or a dormant state.
Yeah.
Like if a god encases themselves into such a form, I would presume they encase their power.
Right.
Yeah, I will also say that sort of in the realm of who benefits from Willow's power, Phileas is like one of the few, probably in the entirety of the Feywild, that can still tap into that magic at all.
Yeah, if they can utilize this
Are
seed,
these
that's
guys bad guys? Did you just lead us to bad guys?
those are Fey. Nothing is
Everyone operates on their own code of what they believe is right.
Fey are the ultimate relativists.
Yeah, for sure. But unfortunately, I must bid you adieu and au revoir, and remind you, as always, to be good, to take care of yourselves, and if you can't be good, don't get caught. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.